Here's a list of the goal, the objectives, and the resources you'll use. An infographic is a visual representation. All information that's added into an infographic should be correct. As stated earlier, I have created a table of contents, steps if you will. So, if there are any steps that you already know how to do, then you can bypass the step. I've included 7 instructional steps. 1. Create a desktop folder. 2. Attend 3 campus events, take a picture, or write a summary of the event. 3. Download the pictures to your computer. 4. Create a Piktachart account. Step 5. Create an infographic using Piktachart. Step 6. Create a JPEG for sharing the infographic. And step 7 is to submit the JPEG of the infographic to the D2L or Georgia View via Dropbox. Step 1 in building an infographic is to go organized. To create a folder on your desktop, you'll right-click on the desktop with your mouse. Step 2. Attend 3 campus events, a cultural, an academic, and an athletic. Here's a few ideas. An academic, attend a Times talk, attend a guest speaker engagement, or meet with a faculty member. A cultural, go to or be in a play, a musical, or any concert. I'll even accept a downtown venue as long as you go with other students from the seminar course. You take a group photo and let me know the names of the students who participated. An athletic event can include watching or participating in any game, but I recommend playing an intramural sport. I realize that it's not always possible to take a picture of an event, especially at a guest speaker engagement where the subject matter is sensitive. In those cases, just write a quick summary of the event. Step 3 is to download the photo from your phone to your Downloading photos from your phone to computer is easy, However, the easiest way to send one photo is just to send it to your email account. You take the picture, send it to your email address, open the email, right-click on the picture, and then save it in your desktop folder as a JPEG or a PNG file. Step 4 is to create a Piktachart account. Let's create our Piktachart account. Go ahead and click on the link. You can see when you first open up the Piktachart web page that it says that you can get it for free. However, there are upgrades that you can pay for. To get an account, you'll go up to sign up. You can either sign in with your Google account, or you can create a username, email, and a password here. It's going to ask you if you want to subscribe to newsletters. I normally say no because I get enough email. I'm not going to fill this portion out because I've already got an account, but go ahead and do that. And then when you get that information in, just click on Create My Account. In order to verify that it was you that wanted the account, you'll get an email, and of course you'll have to go into the email and confirm your information. Okay, now we have an account. You have verified through your email address that you wanted the account, and we're going to log back in. Email account, and then your password. I'm going to ask it to remember me, and then I'm going to log in. So let's look at our desktop now. We have our logo. You can see on the home page they have several types of the Piktacharts. You can see when I opened up the template, it took me to, now that we've created an account, looked at some of the design of the Piktachart, let's go ahead and start building our own infographic. The best way to learn a software program is to play with it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to create an infographic today based on some of the events that you can attend while you're in freshman seminar. Of course, you're going to do your infographic on the events that you do attend. So let's go. So let's start building. You can see the template that I chose actually has 3 different sections. It has block 1, block 2, and block 3, which is at the bottom. You can move up through using these. You can add a new block if you want to. You can subtract a block. You can really do whatever you want to here. The biggest thing to remember when you're creating these is you have to click to select a block. And you can see when I click this, it got a line around it, so you know which block you're working with. So we're going to click on our first block. I really want to put a background on our first block. I really like the color red, and that's kind of crazy, and I don't think I'll be able to see my event if I use that background. So let's use something a little less crazy. Okay, so we've chosen this background. I think I'm going to want to use a different background for my second block, so I'm going to click on the block, and I'm going to scroll down through here to see if there's anything else that looks kind of interesting. I like that one, so we'll use that. It's kind of dark, and again, I don't think we'll be able to see the event picture when we move it on here. So I'm going to change the opacity on it a little bit so it doesn't look quite as dark. Okay, so, and I said that we had a third block. So I'm just going to create this as a single color. So we're just going to do a black. Okay, so we have our 3 sections. And now we're just going to build upon the sections. I'm going to go here, and of course I want to get rid of this. I don't want to just get rid of the text. I want to get rid of the whole entire block. So I'm going to click on it and then try to grab it. It'll let me. And it may not. So I am going to cut. Okay, I do want a title on this page though. So I'm going to go back up to, down to my text. And I'm going to build my title. And you can see here it's going to tell me to double click to edit the title. And I'm going to double click. And I'm going to call my title Events to Attend. And it looks kind of squished. So I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger if I'm able to. And I'm going to pull that bigger. And then I am going to move the whole entire block up some. Okay. Now I want to pull some of my photos in that I have on my computer in my desktop folder. I'm going to go to select images from computer. I'm going to find the folder that they're in. Of course, they're in my desktop folder in the GCSU seminar folder. And I will click on that to open it. And then I am going to include my game day image. I'm going to click on it, then I'm going to say open. And then you can see that the picture is now down here in my gallery. So all I need to do is bring it over here and drop it into this. It's a little big, so I'm going to take my corner and I'm going to size it down a little and then move it into the center. Now, that's my athletic. If I want to go down here and go to my cultural, I'll again go back and pick an image. I'll pick the mansion. And yes, if you want to tour the mansion, that is a cultural activity. So I will go over here, grab my picture again, and drop it down into my second block. So I'm going to move that down. I can actually make this a little bigger if I wanted to. Remember, this is an infographic. You don't want a whole lot of information on it. Sometimes too much is just too much. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Now, for my third block, I want to give my students some information so they know how to find information about what events there are available. So I'm going to go back over to my graphics, to my uploads, and I'm going to select another image. This image right here gives you links to the calendars that are going on across campus. So I'm going to take my calendar and my links and I'm going to move them over here. Now if I just move this over here now, I have students come in and look at my infographic and say, why is this on here? So I'm going to make it easier for them to figure out, and I'm going to go back to the graphics. These calendars right here are what I want the students to be pointed to. So I'm going to take my triangle and I'm going to drop it in over here. I'm going to make this triangle look more like an arrow, and then I'm going to turn it, and if you get this just right, you can actually turn it and then move it over, and now it's pointing right to what I want you to see. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to preview, and you can see my infographic shows you could go to a game day, you could go to the mansion, or there's other options. Now that we've created our infographic, we need to move to step 6. And step 6 is creating a JPEG or a PNG file so we can share it with others and download it into our Dropbox. So we've created the file, we've saved it, we previewed it. Step 7 is to submit our infographic to D2L in the Dropbox. To submit your infographic to the Dropbox, you will go. Congratulations! By watching this tutorial and completing the